Right, okay, what's happening, guys? Back with another member interview. This one's with the man himself, Money Mal, aka Malith. We'll get onto in this video why we call him that. But yeah, this is going to be a really good, valuable member interview for a lot of you. Because again, Malith, like probably a lot of you watching this, came from a corporate 9-to-5 sales job background and has had a really sort of good experience within high ticket closing. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of things he's had to get through. And I mean, you know, it's only going to be up for him for here. So yeah, Mal, why don't you kick us off with how you found out about high ticket closing, how you found out about me, and where you're at when you did find out about me.
Yeah, so I was originally a real estate agent. I was working in West Kensington. I absolutely hated it. Just the whole commute, just the long sales cycles, the tax rate, etc. Just really was trying to hone in regards to just like developing my sales ability and the skill side of things. Just doing a lot of research, and then yeah, just literally just came across yourself on Instagram as well, and then I just thought this was really interesting, and I just knew I just had to just reach out and just see what you can do to help me. I resonated a lot with your sort of corporate experience and your background as well. So
sure.
Yeah.
And in terms of where you're at, obviously you were working a real estate job. Why is it that you were obviously looking to make the transition online in the first place? Because remote high ticket closing, obviously if I remember rightly, wasn't the first thing that you tried.
No, it wasn't. I actually tried Amazon FBA before. I've always tried to get into the online space.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to sort of really just benefit from that sort of location freedom aspect of things.
Yeah.
And just really have something going for myself. I can make money based upon my performance. With my previous jobs in the past, it's just always just been like I go above and beyond, but I'm still just getting paid like my normal sort of salary on a monthly basis. So yeah, I tried Amazon FBA, didn't work out. Just kept on looking, and then I came across high ticket closing. I came across yourself, and I just thought, you know what, this is something that I can use my skills that I've already got, and just essentially leverage it and make that transition out into online space.
So what were you? Because I remember what I was thinking as well. It'd be good to hear from your side of things. What were you thinking? I don't know if it was my video or maybe it was someone else's video on YouTube or maybe sort of someone else.
Yeah.
When you first found out about remote high ticket closing, the opportunity, like what was your first thought process? Were you like one of those people who were like, oh, this is too good to be true? Were you like, oh my god, this is amazing? Like what were you?
Yeah, I thought like I know that there's a lot of money to be made online.
Yeah.
So I just thought, I tried Amazon FBA before. I have seen people make a lot of money from it as well. And obviously high ticket closing is just another online business model, but it's something not as complex. And obviously I saw like your story where what you've done in the past before, what you've been able to achieve as well. I just thought this is something that I just need to get on board with and not actually miss out.
100%. And again, I think another important thing as well is obviously when you've made that decision of, look, I want to get into a remote high ticket closing, this is the thing that's going to like allow me to make money online, have the time, location, financial freedom that I want. Again, there's two different routes you can go down. The route of I can do it myself, let me do a bit of trial and error, YouTube videos, free content, all that stuff, or I'm going to get uncomfortable, go out my way, invest into a mentorship and do that, which most people don't do. And obviously we know where they end up when they don't do it, but we won't get into that. But why did you go down the route that most people do and you got uncomfortable and invested in yourself?
You've got to learn from the best. You've got to learn from people that have actually walked the walk, have actually receipts. And as well as that, you're also going to shorten the time frame where you're obviously going to see the success as well. If you want to, spend, let's say 6 or 12 months trying to do it yourself, thinking that you're the big dog, when you can actually invest into someone else who's actually been there and done it, you can just shorten that down. Maybe get to the position where you could have been in 12 months, but you've actually shortened that down to maybe 3 or 4 months.
100%.
I knew that's something that I just had to do.
And your real estate job, were you 5 days in the office?
6.
6 days, okay.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, like, I think I always say to guys, like, the biggest leverage you have when you're getting into the industry, it's not about who has the most sales experience, because it's a new ball game. It's not like, oh, he's got 10 years, he's going to be better than this guy who's got 1. The person who has the most leverage, in my opinion, is the person who has the most time. If you are hybrid and you work from home 2 days a week, or you're fully remote, your 9-to-5 job, it's a lot easier, in my opinion, because you have more time to make closing work. You don't have to squeeze it in. So how the hell did you go about squeezing it in, working six days a week?
Mate, honestly, just pure relentlessness and just sacrificing things that I was usually doing in the evening. Like for example, like I'd wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock, from 6 a.m. until I get home at 7:30 p.m. because I had to do the commute where I had to drive back home as well. From 7:30 p.m, hop onto the coaching call with yourself and the rest of the lads until about sort of 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Every day for about 3-4 months straight. Just rinsed and repeated that until I actually knew that I was confident enough to actually just sack off the job, go all in.
When did you get to that point? Because I remember clearly. I think there was a certain time when you were very, very busy, and there were sort of things going on with you, and it was a case of I didn't see you on a few coaching calls, and I was like, hang on a second, where's he gone? And then obviously you went to Sri Lanka, you went on holiday, and I was like, oh, I thought sort of progress had slowed down, and then you just came back and just went absolutely ballistic. Like, what happened in that transition? What was going on there?
Yeah, so I went on holiday for about 2 weeks. I was actually meant to go back to my 9-to-5 real estate job the next day, but instead of doing that, just handed in my notice, and then I gave myself about a week, max 2 weeks, to make sure that I get on an offer and land an offer. And then I came back, and then I managed to get 4 interviews, landed 4 of the roles within my first week as well. So
I don't think I know anyone inside Capital Closers that's landed more interviews to date than Malith. Like, genuinely, there's no one else that's landed more, and top tier interviews as well, not just like these average ones, like 10, 15, 20k a month ones, which you'll get onto in a second. But I mean, from your side of things, that first offer that you landed, talk us through sort of what that looked like in terms of like, because I remember the paid in full commission you got for closing the deal was something like $1,000.
yeah, it was crazy.
And I remember you sending that in. I was like, shit, wow.
Yeah, so it was a $6,800 ticket price, 15% comms on paid in fulls, 12% on payment plans. So I was making $1,020 per sale for a paid in full on that offer specifically, and payment plans 12% on payment plans.
Do you remember closing your first high ticket closing?
Yeah,
deal?
it was on my first day on the offer.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it was unreal.
What happened?
Just that.
What were you like?
Just that feeling. It's like, I think you actually mentioned it in like one of your videos previously as well. Like, it's like literally like scoring a goal. Like, you work so hard, and you just know, like, when you actually close that door and you hop off that call, you're just like, like, this shit's actually real.
And it's like, it's almost like a numbers game. You're like, okay, so I just made 1,000 from one. If I do
45 minutes.
Yeah, in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
If I just do 10, I now make 10k and whatnot, and so on and so forth. So you came on board in November, start of November?
Yeah.
Start of November.
Yeah.
You then landed an offer in
January.
Okay, so it took about 8 weeks. What was the journey from sort of January to where we are now, sort of briefly?
So
had a few ups and downs, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. So I've been on, I think I've been on about 3 different offers. First offer was going well for about a month or 2. Had a few issues in regards to the lead flow. It was dying down a bit, but that didn't stop me. I didn't just let that just affect me. Decided to keep hammering the outreach, tried to land as many interviews as I can. Then I hopped onto another trading offer, and then after that I actually got reached out to by a sales manager from one of the top e-com offers in the industry as well.
Really big.
And yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
You're at that one at the moment. In terms of commissions, talk us through what's been our highest commission to date.
$8,000
a month. Wow. And also, whilst we've been out here in Marbella as well, had some even bigger news, not necessarily in terms of commissions, but do you want to talk them through what happened in terms of the offer that you just landed? Obviously not specifics.
Yeah,
but
of course. Yeah, so I've actually landed another e-com offer in the space. It's a huge offer.
Huge.
So the ticket price is $9,800, and I make 10% commissions on each sale that I make.
Yeah.
So I'm making around $980 per close.
Crazy.
So yeah.
And I can confidently say as well, like, I know, you can argue this point, but Malith is generally one of those people where, like, he realistically is someone who's making 10, 15, 20k a month already, in my mind, and obviously in his mind as well. And that's where you need to obviously sometimes understand the lessons of, sometimes you can be the best closer in the world, but if you're not on a great offer, you are skiing uphill. So I think that's one thing that we've worked on a lot, and he's done a lot of work himself, like building out his personal brand, everything in terms of landing an offer to land these top offers in the industry. And now it's just a case of it's plug and play. It's like, you've learnt the skill, in terms of how we do things, the sales process, every single coaching call. Mix that now with the top offer that he's landed, and I have no doubt. I mean, you run into it. What's on the horizon for you over the next sort of? Obviously, it's April now. We've got the summer.
Yeah.
What are your plans?
Definitely, I'm looking to May at least hit minimum 15k per month. I can see that is 100% doable.
100%.
And as well as that, by the end of this year, I want to relocate.
To where?
To Dubai or Qatar.
I'm wrong. Okay, fab. Awesome, guys. So that was member interview with Malith. We'll see you next video.